Another family dinner missed for your internet business, Dad scoffed over the phone. When are you going to get a real job like your sister Jennifer? She just made partner at her law firm. I sat in my actual office, the entire top floor of a downtown high-rise, surrounded by screens showing real-time data from my e-commerce empire, Phoenix Digital. The little website he mocked had grown into a multi-billion-dollar technology company that now owned significant portions of the internet's infrastructure. Sorry, Dad. Big project launching tonight, I replied, watching as another acquisition was finalized. Specifically, the acquisition of the prestigious office building where his law firm had been headquartered for 30 years. What project could be so important? Selling more trinkets online. He laughed, that dismissive laugh I'd grown to hate. Jennifer's firm just landed the Anderson merger. That's real business, Alice. If he only knew that Phoenix Digital had quietly facilitated that merger through one of our subsidiary platforms. Or that his firm's entire digital infrastructure ran on servers my company owned. How's the new office renovation going? I asked innocently, knowing exactly how it was going. I'd been monitoring the construction through the building management company I'd just acquired. Delayed again, he grumbled. Some nonsense about new ownership wanting to review all tenant improvements. Probably some foreign investment group that doesn't understand how things work here. I smiled, thinking about the notice his firm would receive tomorrow morning. I'm sure it'll all work out. My actual assistant, Sarah, appeared on my private screen. Final paperwork complete. Building ownership transfers at midnight. Should we proceed with the plan changes? Execute as scheduled, I typed back. And make sure the tenant notification emails go out first thing tomorrow. Alice. Dad's voice cut through my thoughts. Are you even listening? I said Jennifer's firm is hosting a charity gala next month. You should come, network with real business people instead of hiding behind a computer screen. I'll check my schedule, I replied, pulling up the ownership documents for the building where the gala would be held, another recent Phoenix Digital acquisition through our real estate division. After ending the call, I turned to the wall of screens displaying my company's true scope. Phoenix Digital didn't just sell trinkets online. We owned the platforms other companies used to sell their products, the cloud infrastructure that hosted their websites, and increasingly the physical buildings they operated from. Miss Phoenix, Sarah appeared in my doorway with a tablet. The law firm's current lease is up for renewal in 3 months. Would you like to review the new terms? I thought about all the times Dad had dismissed my business acumen, all the family dinners where Jennifer's traditional career was praised while my entrepreneurial success was ignored. Yes, I smiled. And Sarah? Make sure the new lease terms include a detailed section about tenant improvements. I want every renovation request to cross my desk personally. My phone buzzed with a text from Jennifer. Dad says you're too busy with your website to attend my gala. Some of us have real careers to manage, you know. If she only knew that her real career depended entirely on technology my company provided. We'll see, I typed back, watching the clock tick closer to midnight when the building ownership would officially transfer. Tomorrow was going to be very interesting. The next morning I arrived early at my office, eager to watch the chaos unfold. Right on schedule at 9 a.m. sharp, the tenant notification emails went out to every business in what was now my building. Your father's law firm's managing partner just opened the email, Sarah reported, monitoring the delivery analytics. And they're requesting an emergency partners meeting. I pulled up the security feeds from their floor, another system that now reported to me. The partners were gathering in their elaborate conference room, faces growing increasingly concerned as they read the notification about their new landlord, Phoenix Digital Holdings CEO Alice Phoenix. My phone started buzzing. Jennifer, why is everyone freaking out about the building's new owner? Dad, emergency meeting. Some tech company bought the building. Call you later. Mom, your father's very stressed about the office situation. Please don't miss Sunday dinner again. I responded to none of them, instead watching the drama unfold on my screens. The partners were frantically Googling Phoenix Digital and its CEO, but they wouldn't find much. I'd carefully controlled my public profile, letting them see only what I wanted them to see. Miss Phoenix, Sarah appeared again. Your father's firm is requesting an immediate meeting with building management to discuss their pending renovations. Perfect. I straightened my designer suit, No more hiding behind casual clothes. Direct them to the top floor. It's time they met their new landlord. Within an hour, the law firm's entire executive committee, including my father, was sitting in my waiting room. Through the glass walls, I could see Dad fidgeting with his tie, completely unaware that his daughter was on the other side of the door. Send them in, I instructed Sarah, positioning myself behind my desk with the city skyline as my backdrop. The door opened and 6 distinguished lawyers filed in, their confidence faltering as they recognized me. Alice. Dad stopped short, causing Jennifer, who'd apparently joined the meeting, to bump into him. What are you doing here? Waiting for my tenants, I replied calmly, gesturing to the chairs. Please sit down. We have a lot to discuss. Your tenants. Jennifer's perfectly maintained composure cracked. You mean? Phoenix Digital Holdings, I confirmed, turning my screens to show my company's true scope. We acquired this building last night, along with several other properties in our expanding real estate portfolio. Dad's face had gone pale. But you run a website. Actually, I pulled up more data. I run one of the largest digital infrastructure companies in the world. That little website you mocked? It was just the public face of an empire that now provides cloud services, e-commerce platforms, and yes, commercial real estate services to companies like your law firm. The managing partner, Mr. Richardson, cleared his throat. Ms. Phoenix, about our renovation requests. Yes, I smiled, pulling up their files. Let's talk about those $12 million improvements you've planned. I have some concerns about the cost allocation. Cost allocation? Dad found his voice. We've been handling our own improvements for 30 years. And now you'll handle them according to Phoenix Digital's protocols, I replied smoothly, displaying detailed analysis on the screens. Our data shows your proposed renovations are approximately 40% overpriced and inefficient in design. Jennifer stood up, lawyer mode activated. You can't just change everything. We have rights as tenants. Actually, I pulled up their lease agreement. Your lease expires in 3 months. And as your new landlord, I have every right to review and approve all modifications to my property. Your property, Dad repeated weakly, finally understanding. All this time while we thought you were just playing with my little website? I finished for him. Yes, I built something rather more substantial. Phoenix Digital doesn't just own this building. We own the servers that host your case files, the cloud infrastructure that runs your email, and the platforms that handle your client billing. Mr. Richardson was rapidly typing on his phone. By God, he whispered. Phoenix Digital is worth several $billion, I confirmed. Though that number changes hourly. Would you like to see the real-time valuation? Dad collapsed into a chair, his world visibly tilting on its axis. Why didn't you tell us? Would you have listened? I stood walking around my desk. At every family dinner, you dismissed my work as trivial. Playing on the internet, remember? Meanwhile, I was building an empire that your firm now quite literally depends on to function. The charity gala next month, Jennifer said suddenly. Please tell me you don't own that building too? I smiled. Through our commercial real estate division, yes. In fact, Phoenix Digital owns roughly 40% of the premium office space in this city. Sarah appeared with more updates. Ms. Phoenix, the renovation contractors are here for approval meetings. Thank you, Sarah. I turned back to the stunned group. Now, about those improvements. I'm willing to approve them, but with conditions. Conditions? Dad asked warily. First, you'll use our approved contractors who charge fair market rates. Second, the new design will incorporate sustainable technology, provided by Phoenix Digital naturally. And third, I paused, savoring the moment, you'll all attend a presentation about how modern digital infrastructure actually works. It's time you understood what playing on the internet really means. Mr. Richardson stood up. Ms. Phoenix, given your personal connection, perhaps we should discuss this with the board. By all means, I gestured to my screens. Though you should know that Phoenix Digital's board approved these measures yesterday, along with a comprehensive review of all our commercial tenants' digital service contracts. The implications sank in slowly. Not only did I control their physical office space, but I also controlled their entire digital infrastructure. You've been planning this, Jennifer accused. All those missed family dinners. We're spent building something you couldn't begin to understand, I confirmed. While you were making partner at the firm, I was creating the technology your firm can't function without. Dad stood up slowly, looking around my office with new eyes. The charity gala next month. We'll proceed as planned, I assured him. Though the guest list might need updating to include the CEO of Phoenix Digital. After all, I smiled, I do own the venue. As they filed out, thoroughly humbled, Sarah brought in my next appointment schedule. Your father is trying to schedule a private meeting. Accept it, I replied. But schedule it for next week. Let them all sit with this new reality for a while. That evening, my phone buzzed with family dinner invitations and awkward apologies. I responded to none of them, instead watching my screens as Phoenix Digital's stock price hit another record high. Sometimes success is the best revenge, especially when it comes with corner offices and lease agreements. Mom's text was the last to arrive. Honey, we had no idea. Your father feels terrible. Please come to dinner on Sunday. I thought about it, then typed back. Can't make dinner. Have to review some property acquisitions. But you're all welcome to visit my little website, office anytime. Because sometimes the best way to handle people who underestimate you is to become their landlord.